Like in my head, it's like only because I have to be. I went through my JV year, and we got to the award banquet, something like this. You know, your friends and your family, and I thought they were giving away most improved JV player, and I thought my best friend at the time, Trey Grimes, was going to get most improved because he had got bumped up to varsity during mid-season, and they ended up calling my name, and that was the first time in my life where I felt like I earned something that I actually worked for, and it kind of put the ball in motion. So I asked my coach what I needed to do to I guess go to college because I'm first generation. So both of my mom and my dad were born and raised in Nigeria. So I'm the first one raised here. So I didn't really know about going to school for football and getting a scholarship and all that kind of stuff. So my coach told me I had to get faster, I had to get stronger, and I had to perfect my technique. So every day after practice, since I was still big, I'd start off running, half a mile and biking 5 miles. Then I got to the point where I could run like a whole mile, bike 10 miles. Then I finally got to the point where I could run like 2 whole miles without stopping, bike 15 miles, and my body composition started changing. So I went from 350 the summer of my sophomore year to 247 the summer of my junior year. So, but then my coach got mad. My coach got mad because he thought I was trying to play DB. And so he said, you got to gain some more weight. So I put back on, I got up to 262, played out my junior season, made all conference. Then senior year, I was all conference, East-West All-Star game. What else? I had 5 scholarship offers, and one of them was from Charlotte. I only took one official visit, prayed about it, felt good about it, and people told me I wasn't going to win in Charlotte, I wasn't going to get drafted in Charlotte, I wasn't going to really do anything in Charlotte, but I ended up, setting a lot of records, starting a football program that, never existed before we got there, kind of laying that foundation, and I became the first player drafted for my school. So.
Okay. Sam was part of the staff that drafted me. I only played 8 games for Sam. It was, I guess, toward his end at that point. And as y'all know, Sam had a really good run. Great man, excellent teacher. But he lost his job after 8 games. I think we went 1-7. So it didn't start off that well, for me as a rookie. As far as winning, was concerned, I, was able to play, coming out of East Carolina, and like you said, in the 10th round, and was able to kind of get on the field and make some things happen. But Marty took over after the 8th game, and Marty brought me into the office and told me that I was going to be his guy, that I was going to be the starter. And right away, things started to change. Now Marty, to me, was like a father to a lot of us because of how he held us accountable, how he, put our feet to the fire on a continual basis. We come in on Mondays after the game, and I mean, it was some of those meetings you didn't want to go to because if you did something that wasn't what we needed to win, then you want to hear about it, which actually motivated us in a lot of ways. So Marty did a lot of things to toughen our mentality, to make us grow as men, to make us grow closer together. And it wasn't offense versus defense, it was Browns versus Steelers, Browns versus the Oilers. You know the Oilers are. Yeah, you go, hey, all right, yeah, my man. He got some history in him too, see? But I actually was traded before Bud got to be the head coach. So I didn't find out a lot about Bud. I only heard some things from Kevin and some of the other guys. But Sam gave me my first opportunity. He was part of that staff, and Marty really gave me the foundation of my life as far as the game, in and out of the game. And I use a lot of the things that Marty taught me while we were together as part of things that I teach other people. And a lot of it is in that book that some of you all have. Everybody Fumbles. And it's a lot of growth, a lot of holding each other accountable, a lot of self-ownership, and a lot of healing, and also a lot of love. That's what it takes to really be successful in this league on a continual basis. You gotta love each other enough to hold each other accountable, and Marty gave that to me in a lot of ways.
Larry, next question is for you. A lot of people asking similar questions. We felt as a fan base, I think we felt a lot of things change. When we drafted Baker, we had high hopes. When Hugh was let go, it was a thing where we don't like to root for people to lose their jobs because there's a human being behind those jobs. Oh, I know. But it was clear then when you guys played at Cincinnati and Baker did that thing where he got in Hugh's face, that was awesome. So it was clear that there was a changing of the tide. It really felt like there was a spark that came on. Can you talk about the spark maybe, or just tell me if I'm wrong, if that wasn't there, when the coaching change did happen. And then if you can talk about Freddie Kitchens a little. I realize he didn't become the coach, but if you can talk about Freddie Kitchens in general, speak to the change, the spark, and Freddie.
I think the biggest difference was after we let Coach Jackson go, it was just kind of like, as players, a lot of those guys have been part of the team where, I was part of the 0-16 team, but where when you go through things like that, it really makes you build that brotherhood and that understanding that it's not about the coaches, it's not about anybody else, it's about the guys in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And really pulling together and understanding that whatever's going on, like outside doesn't matter. We have to come together and really find a way to win. You know what I'm saying? And you got a guy like Baker who has great energy, who's a natural leader, natural winner, and he's a guy that a lot of people rally around. And when you have somebody like that who wants to win, who wants to compete, they kind of gravitate throughout the whole room. And Coach Kitchens was always, always a friendly guy, you know what I'm saying? Always somebody who had good energy, even when he was the assistant head coach to Coach Jackson. And he was always just a good, figurehead. But now, as he's been interjected into this role, you can already see the guys are, beginning to gravitate towards him. And of course, it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing does. But I feel as though that they picked the right person because he knows how to relate to players. And it's not a lot of times this game is really egotistical. A lot of guys try to be macho and be the man and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we all have one goal. That's to bring a championship to the city, to win. And I feel like when you have those goals and they're all in line, then the results will take care of themselves.
Awesome. Ernest, it's going to be sort of I don't know if it's an easy question, but it's sort of a broad question. What is your single greatest memory from your time with the Cleveland Browns? Not your worst memory. I think we're going to get to that. And when we do, I'm going to hide behind Larry. But can you give us your single greatest memory from your time with the Browns?
I can say this honestly, is during the run of playoff years, the excitement and the connection with the city and the players was magnificent. I mean, the energy around the city, and even when we traveled, and Browns fans travel well, even when we traveled, that energy and that connection was so, it was amazing. As a matter of fact, it was we were playing Pittsburgh Monday night, And I can remember coming out of